writing kind of angry immigrant poems about genocide, but don't worry, because Chris asked me to write about gay mommyhood, which is not the way I describe it usually, but that's what I did. I'm writing this at 9:07 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Yo Gabba Gabba is squawking in the background and my toddler is running up and down the hallway naked. I'm not sure where her diaper went, but because I'm supposed to read this to you tonight, I'm not bothering to get up and check. I'll probably regret this later when my daughter thoughtfully hands me a chunky piece of poop or joyfully pees on the DVR. This happens more often than you might imagine. My partner and I have a brief discussion about what Ida should wear to Dyke March, and I remember that today is the 10-year anniversary of the first time my partner and I had sex. A torrid, alcohol-fueled affair that involved 3 other people and an awkward, eye-averting brunch the next morning. Back then, I was a short-haired sex educator who wore shorts that said Dyke, wrote a sex advice column called I Heart My Clit, and offered workshops on how to use a vibrator, some more hands-on than others. Now I'm a college professor with a brand new Toyota Scion, a fancy stroller, and a standing date at Wiggleworms, which is the dance and music class for babies 12 to 24 months. I write lip gloss reviews on Twitter, that's just a shameless plug, and I know that later today when I'm marching in the Dyke March, I'll stay as far away from the young women wearing tape on their nipples and proudly proclaiming resistance, not assimilation, as I can. The 24-year-old version of me is probably shaking her head in disgust. But let's get real. In our current anti-immigrant hysteria, I'm way more concerned about the fact that my daughter is half Mexican than about the fact that her parents are 2 moms. So far, no one has hurled insults, religious pamphlets, or even dirty looks our way. The opposite, in fact. For example, at our local playground, the playground mommies gather in groups, staking out territory with blankets, diaper bags, and carefully appraising looks. They don't give me the time of day. I like to think it's because my Barbie doll ponytail and exuberant cleavage is out of place in their sea of yoga pants and sensible shoes. Or more likely, they just aren't that interested in me. Gorgeous, shiny lips aside, I look like any other mom at the playground. But my partner, butch as hell and covered in tattoos, is a big hit. Yuppie moms love her. She is on a first-name basis with all of them and their kids and regularly gives me updates. Hey, Henry got a haircut. Lisa can count to 20 in Spanish. On the train, when Nina holds our baby, people offer up seats and baby advice while I stand bored looking at advertisements. Gray-haired men in Cubs shirts ask her about teething, and even police officers smile encouragingly and ask to hold the baby. It's like living in an alternative universe where everybody loves the gays. I don't want to paint an overly rosy picture. There are some challenges. People are obsessed with whether or not my child is a boy or a girl, and this is where my gender politics get a headache. For example, a woman once came over to pick up a mattress we were giving away on FreeCycle. When we talked on the phone, I'd mentioned my daughter, so when she got to the house, she looked at Ida, dressed in gray leggings and a navy shirt, confused. This is a girl? Me. Mm-hmm. She looked at us for a moment and then brightened. Oh, she said, already a tomboy. Mm-hmm. Another time I was shopping at H&M when a woman said, oh, your son is so cute. Thanks, I said. What's his name? Ida. Oh, so this is a girl? What I wanted to say was, yeah, for now. But instead, I just said my usual, mm-hmm. And a good thing too, because about 12 seconds later, she freaked out, following me around the store, saying, it's not my fault I thought she was a boy. I mean, you dress her like a boy. She looks like a boy. I mean, you are shopping in the boys section. She looks like a boy. And on and on and on. That was probably a prime opportunity to do some kind of gender education intervention, but the truth is I never take that opportunity when it arises. At Wiggleworms, there's a mom who loves my daughter, and I love her son. He's sweet and charming and a great dancer. So when she inevitably says every class something like, oh, here comes your girlfriend, or someday they'll go to prom together, I resist the urge to say, unless one of them is gay. I just say again, mm-hmm. Because to do otherwise would make this well-meaning mom uncomfortable, and to make her uncomfortable would mean to rule out for eternity the possibility of a play date which is hot with the under 2 set. And when it comes down to it, what I want more than anything is to be the parent of a child who feels liked and loved and accepted, so I bite my tongue. Recently, though, during a morning trip to Target, the cashier kept cooing at my child. "Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. What a cute baby." She looked at me, and then at Aida. "Oh, so cute." Looked back at me. "He must look like his daddy, right?" I shrugged and didn't answer. "Does he?" "Does he what?" "Does he look like his daddy?" I could have inserted a very easy and ended it right there. I could have, but I didn't. Not because I wanted to stage an intervention, but because I was totally and completely insulted that this cashier thought that my impossibly gorgeous and cute child couldn't possibly look like me. So instead I said, "Oh, I don't know what her daddy looks like." She stared at me confused, probably wondering what kind of slut can't even begin to guess what the father of her child looks like. And I smiled. "She doesn't know what her daddy looks like because we made her at a sperm bank." The cashier's mouth literally dropped open, and the woman behind me started laughing hysterically. "Oh my God, you don't hear that every day! Oh my God, you don't hear that every day! Wow, that's awkward, you sure don't hear that every day!" I just shrugged. But then the woman leaned in towards my child and said, "Well, no matter who you look like, you're beautiful." That I could agree with. I could go on and on, but my daughter is carefully marching around our living room wearing one of my high heels and wrapping a bag of locks around her neck. My partner's dressed and looking askance at the stained old Ani DeFranco t-shirt I'm wearing. It's our 10-year anniversary, sex-anniversary, and while this morning hasn't exactly set the mood, we've got a babysitter tonight. I don't have to worry about whether I'll get lucky, though. Looking around at the tube crackers ground into the floor, dolls hanging from the television and coffee table, and a suspicious brown lump in the corner of the room, I'm pretty sure I already have. Thank you.